Welcome back again to VL Podcast. It seems like we can't catch a break on the AI hype train, and today we have a hot new release. But before we dive in, a quick reminder about visual learners. We've got content for every kind of tech enthusiast. On our main VL channel, you'll find comprehensive in-depth guides and tutorials, while VL Extras for bite-sized tech updates, and VL Podcasts where we take on complex topics and make them digestible. Don't forget to check out my portfolio at teddyvlportfolio.versal.app, link in the description for my latest projects, and feel free to connect with me on socials. I love chatting with all of you about the latest in tech. Okay, let's come back to our hot new release. Claude AI, a company which we covered in a previous episode, has come back again with a new innovation that's taking the internet by storm. Claude Computer Use. Imagine this. You can sit back, relax, and let Claude do the work on your computer, handling tasks autonomously while you focus on other things. This is the next big thing in AI integration, and we're going to break down exactly what it is, how to set it up, who can benefit, and how it compares to OpenAI's offerings. So what exactly is Claude Computer Use? Developed by Anthropic, the company behind Claude AI, it's an innovative feature that lets Claude's AI model control tasks directly on your computer. Think of it as a virtual assistant on steroids. Claude doesn't just give suggestions or process information. Instead, it actively performs tasks on your computer, whether it's organizing files, scheduling meetings, conducting research, or even handling basic app functions. Here's what makes it different. Claude AI is designed with constitutional AI principles, meaning it's built to be ethical, safe, and aligned with user intentions. That means you can feel confident using it for a variety of tasks without worrying about data security or unauthorized actions. As usual, now that we've got the basics covered, I will hand over to our hosts where they will help dissect what people are buzzing about.
So do you trust AI, by the way, to take over your computer, do some tasks for you, like we were talking about? Anthropic hopes so. They just unveiled a new feature in which Claude analyzes a user's screen and then moves the cursor or types to help complete tasks, the latest in an escalating battle for these AI-powered agents. Deirdre Bosa has more in today's Tech Check. Deirdre?
So, Kelly, this fits into our discussion yesterday. Agents, they are the next frontier in generative AI, and this is just more evidence that everyone is moving very fast, startups and mega caps alike. Anthropic's computer use features lets users use AI to, as you said, control actions on a computer, like clicking buttons and typing to browse the internet, or make calendar appointments, or fill in forms. Essentially, the company says that this can carry out actions on the user's behalf without their consent, acting like a human collaborator or an agent.
If you're wondering how to set up computer use with Claude so that it can control your computer and basically do stuff for you, what you can do is you can go to console.anthropic.com. Then you're going to get your API key. So you get your API key from there. Well, you want to make sure that you download Docker. Right? So you can download Docker. It's a free tool. The API is very, very cheap as well. And then from here, make sure you have Docker open. Now, once you've done all of that, you can get the code from GitHub, and I will include instructions at the end of this video if you want to follow it step by step from a document. But from here, you would grab the export key, then go to the terminal, paste this in, hit enter, and it will start doing its magic, as you can see. This is pretty simple stuff, like you don't need to be a coder to use this or anything, so grab that URL like so. Then we're going to open up a new tab, and we'll paste the local host URL, which you can get from the terminal right there. So you just grab that, copy it, paste it into a tab, hit enter like so, and that is going to open up the Claude Computer Use demo, right?
All right, welcome everyone. Today we're going to do a deep dive.
Ooh, deep dive.
Into the world of AI agents. AI agents that can control computers.
Whoa.
Think, remember Clippy?
Huh?
That little paper clip?
Oh, yeah.
From back in the day?
Like from Microsoft Word?
Yeah. Imagine that, but like a million times smarter.
Okay.
And actually helpful.
Oh, okay. So actually useful, unlike Clippy.
Great. That's what we're diving into today.
Okay.
I've got
Good.
a whole bunch of announcements and demos from Anthropic.
Anthropic, yeah.
They're really leading the charge in this whole AI agent space. And plus, we've got some analysis from a great AI expert,
All right.
Sam Witteveen.
Oh, yeah, I've seen him on YouTube.
Right. His YouTube channel is fantastic.
Yeah.
So by the end of this, you'll know what this technology can do.
Okay.
You'll get a sense of what it means for the future.
Mm-hmm.
And who knows, maybe it'll even spark some ideas of how you can use this stuff.
Yeah, maybe I'll have my own AI agent.
Right. It's moving so fast.
It is. It's like
we've gone from AI just generating text
Right.
to taking actions on a computer.
It's
It feels like overnight.
It feels like just yesterday we were marveling at text generation.
I know. It's crazy.
And now it's like it can control my mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, it really is like that moment
It's a little scary.
in a sci-fi movie where the robot becomes self-aware,
Right.
but instead of
destroying us.
destroying us, it's like filling out our expense reports.
That'd be nice, actually.
Right. So CNBC reported that Anthropic just launched this computer use tool
Okay.
for their Claude AI model.
Or Claude.
Now, for anyone who needs a refresher, Claude is kind of like,
Similar to ChatGPT,
yeah,
but a little
a
different.
little different, yeah.
I think Anthropic's really focused on safety.
That's the thing. It's like
Yeah.
they designed Claude to be super helpful and super safe.
Which is important when you're giving it control of your computer.
That's why they're careful about this stuff.
Yeah, it made sense.
But basically, this new tool,
It gives Claude the ability to...
it gives Claude the ability to use a computer just like we would.
Wow.
Moving the cursor, clicking, typing, all that stuff.
I mean, that's
Whole 9 yards.
like the definition of using a computer.
I know. It really is like
It's why.
freaky how close we're getting to like those sci-fi scenarios.
Yeah, it's like we're living in the future.
I know. So CNBC called this part of
Oh, here comes a buzzword.
the rise of AI agents.
AI agents, yeah.
You're going to be hearing that term a lot.
Oh, yeah, it's all over Twitter.
These agents, they go way beyond,
Just spitting out text.
just text generation. They can actually execute tasks.
So it's like actually doing things in the real world.
Yeah, in the digital world.
Well, the digital world is the real world now.
True. That's true. But yeah, it has huge implications
For everything.
for how we work,
Yeah.
how businesses operate, maybe even how society functions.
It's like the whole game's changing. But
But before we get too far ahead of ourselves,
we should probably.
Anthropic did say this is all
Very experimental.
experimental, and to quote them,
Okay.
error prone?
Error prone, so maybe don't trust it with your bank account just yet.
Yeah, probably not your bank account yet.
Yeah.
But seeing it in action is really,
Like you got to see it to believe it.
you really do. Anthropic put out some demo videos,
Oh, cool.
and they are seriously impressive.
I got to check those out.
Oh, you have to. In one demo,
Okay.
Claude is tackling a vendor request form.
A vendor request form. Those are always a pain.
Oh, tell me about it. You know the kind where you have to
Hunt down information from 5 different places.
spreadsheets, CRM systems, all over the place.
Yeah, and then copy and paste it into these little boxes.
Yeah.
It's so tedious.
But Claude just flies through
It
it,
could be-
pulling data from different sources. It's nothing.
That's amazing.
Can you imagine?
No more data entry purgatory.
No more data entry.
I could get used to that.
Right. And it's not just blindly filling in fields.
No, it has to actually understand what it's doing.
It understands the context of the form and the data.
That's where the power of these large language models comes in.
It's not just automation. It's genuine comprehension,
Right.
which is mind-blowing.
It really is. It's like you're watching it think
I know.
in a way.
And then
Okay, what else? What else can it do?
there's a coding demo,
The coding demo.
which is where it gets really wild.
Okay.
They actually show Claude
Right.
building a whole website,
Oh.
finding and fixing errors in the code,
Like debugging.
debugging, even
Yeah.
starting a local server.
Like actually running the website.
It's like having a junior web developer
On demand.
on demand,
That's pretty sweet.
but without the coffee breaks.
Well, maybe with coffee breaks. We don't know.
True, we don't know what Claude gets up to.
Claude might be a coffee aficionado. We don't know.
We don't know. But the coding demo is
Yeah, that one's...
particularly impressive.
And because that requires, real understanding.
It does. So under the hood,
Okay, under the hood, let's get technical.
what's happening is Claude's using this thing called a transformer model.
Oh, yeah, transformer models. Those are
These models are designed to understand.
the relationships between words and concepts.
Yes.
It's not just like looking up words in a dictionary.
No.
It's understanding.
That's like understanding the meaning,
And the relationship.
which is how we understand language.
Exactly. And that allows them to make sense of code
Yeah, and generate new code.
and generate new code that actually works.
That's the key part. It actually works.
Right. Yeah.
So now I'm picturing like an army of AI agents just like churning out websites.
Right. Like websites faster than we could dream them up.
Yeah, like what's going to happen to web developers?
Right. I'm a little worried now.
I know. But before we go full on robot takeover fantasy,
Yeah, we need to like get back to reality.
let's get a reality check.
Okay, who's going to give us the reality check?
From AI expert Sam Witteveen.
Oh, Sam. Okay.
He did a whole breakdown video on this Anthropic announcement.
Okay, so what did he think?
And he is cautiously optimistic,
Cautiously optimistic. I like that.
which I appreciate.
Yeah, you don't want to get too hyped up.
No, he compares this technology to
Oh, good analogy.
early autopilot systems in cars.
Okay.
Super cool, potentially transformative, but still
Needs human.
needs a human at the wheel, just in case.
Yeah, just to make sure it doesn't, drive off a cliff.
Yeah, exactly. He even tells this funny story
Oh, story. I like stories.
about Claude going rogue and randomly starting to search for pictures of Yellowstone National Park.
Wait, what? Really?
I know.
That's hilarious.
So it just shows you, even though this tech is advancing super fast,
Yeah.
we're still working out the kinks.
It's still early days.
It really is early days. And to Sam's point about safety,
Yeah, safety for
he actually recommends
Okay.
having a separate computer
like a dedicated computer.
just for AI agent tasks,
Oh, interesting.
like a digital sandbox
okay.
where they can play around
So it can't like mess with your important stuff.
without messing up your important files
Yeah.
or launching a rogue Google image search.
Like that Yellowstone thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Smart move, right?
That's a very good point. Yeah.
Yeah. So we've seen what this tech can do.
We've seen the demos.
We've heard Sam's analysis.
Cautiously optimistic.
But now it's time to zoom out
Okay, zoom out.
and ask the big question.
The big question.
What does all this mean?
What does it all mean for humanity? I like it. Let's get philosophical. Yeah, that's the big question, right?
Yes.
We've got AI agents. They can build websites, fill out forms,
Mm-hmm.
and who knows what else next week,
All right.
So what does this mean for us?
I mean, it's exciting
Yeah.
and a little terrifying all at the same time. Right?
Definitely a little bit of both.
On the one hand, we could be looking at a future where, like,
Yeah.
all those tedious, soul-sucking tasks
Mhm.
are just taken care of.
Automated away.
Imagine all the time and mental energy that would free up.
Oh, I can imagine it would be glorious.
Right.
Think about it. Increased productivity, less human error,
Mm-hmm.
the potential to automate entire industries.
Whoa.
AI agents could revolutionize everything
Like what?
from customer service to healthcare to scientific research.
It really is like
We're talking about a paradigm shift
the paradigm shift.
in how we work and live.
Okay, so now I'm picturing myself
Yep.
sipping margaritas on a beach
Good.
while my AI agent is handling
All your emails.
all my emails, all my deadlines, all that stuff.
That's the dream.
That's the dream.
It's a very appealing vision.
It is. But we should probably also acknowledge like
Yeah.
the potential downsides too, right?
The downsides, yeah.
What happens to all the people
Yeah.
whose jobs are automated away?
That's a big one.
It is a big one. And how do we make sure these AI agents are like used ethically?
Ethically and responsibly.
Yeah, we can't just like blindly hand over control.
No, we got to think about the consequences.
For-
Absolutely. We got to
Yeah.
think about those unintended consequences.
So what about privacy?
Ooh, privacy is a big one.
If these AI agents are like accessing our personal data,
Yeah.
interacting with our online accounts,
Uh-huh.
things could get kind of creepy,
So
right?
it could get a little Big Brother-ish
Yeah.
if we're not careful.
And what if someone hacks into an AI agent
Oh, that's a good point.
and uses it for like malicious purposes?
Yeah, the potential for things to go wrong is definitely there.
It's there, yeah. It feels like we're standing at the edge of like
Yeah.
this uncharted territory.
Uncharted territory.
And we need to figure out how to navigate it responsibly.
Yeah, like there's no map for this.
There's no map.
We're kind of making it up as we go along,
Right.
which is exciting, but also a little scary.
It is a little scary.
But, one thing is for sure.
What's that?
This technology is here to stay.
Yeah.
It's not going away, and it's going to keep evolving.
At an incredible pace.
Yeah, so the question isn't whether or not we embrace AI.
It's how.
It's how we do it.
How do we do it? Yeah.
How do we harness its potential while mitigating the risks?
Right.
How do we ensure that it benefits all of humanity?
Not just a select few.
Exactly. These are the challenges
Yeah.
and the opportunities of our time.
And it's not just up to, like, the experts to figure this out.
No, this is on all of us.
We all have a role to play
Absolutely.
in shaping this future.
We got to be part of the conversation.
Okay, so let's bring it back to something we were talking about earlier.
Okay.
The potential for AI agents to take over those, like, everyday tasks.
Yeah, the stuff we all hate doing.
The stuff we hate doing.
Boring stuff.
I'm curious, if you could have an AI agent handle certain things for you,
Ooh, that's a good question.
what would those be?
What would I hand over to my AI assistant? Let me think.
What would be on that list?
Honestly, anything spreadsheets.
Okay. Yeah.
I can't, I'm not a numbers person.
Yeah.
I can picture my AI agent like cranking through those numbers, making those beautiful charts and graphs
Well, you just sit back and...
while I focus on the big picture.
Yeah, it sounds nice.
Yeah. But on a more serious note,
Okay.
think about like healthcare.
Oh, yeah.
AI agents could analyze medical records, assist with diagnoses,
Wow.
even help researchers develop new treatments.
It really does feel like the possibilities are
Endless.
endless.
Endless, yeah.
It's not just about, like, making our lives easier, right?
Right.
It's about solving real-world problems,
Yeah.
making a positive impact.
But
Yeah.
we've got to be cautious
You got to be thoughtful.
as we move forward.
It's like we're holding this incredible power, and we have to use it wisely.
Yeah, we can't just like unleash it and hope for the best.
No, we've got to be responsible.
Responsible.
And that responsibility, it's not just on, like,
Yeah.
the developers.
The tech people.
Yeah, the tech people, the researchers.
It's on everyone
It's on all of us.
to stay informed, engage in the conversation, demand that this is developed ethically.
Yeah. We have to make our voices heard.
Exactly, because ultimately
Yeah.
the future of AI, it's going to be shaped by
By the choices we make.
the choices we make today.
It feels like we're writing the next chapter of human history,
That's a good way to put it.
and we want to make sure it's a good one.
Yeah, we don't want this chapter to be a dystopia.
No dystopias.
All right, so to wrap up
Okay.
this deep dive into AI agents,
AI agents taking over the world.
well, maybe not taking over the world, but definitely changing it.
Changing it.
Let's recap some key takeaways here.
All right, what have we learned?
So we've seen that AI is evolving rapidly,
Super rapid.
moving beyond just, generating text.
Right.
It's actually controlling computers, performing these complex tasks.
It's pretty amazing to watch.
It is. It's mind-blowing.
And this has the potential
To
to
revolutionize
revolutionize it.
everything from how we work to how we solve global challenges.
Yeah, like potentially solve some of the world's biggest problems.
But, as we've been discussing, this power comes with responsibility.
Responsibility.
We have to consider the ethical implications, address those concerns about privacy and security,
Yeah.
and ensure that AI is used to benefit everyone.
Everyone, not just a few.
It's a balancing act,
Yeah.
but one that we absolutely need to get right.
We do. We can't just, like,
Ignore
bury
it.
our heads in the sand.
Yeah, hope it all works out.
We got to be proactive, engaged, and
Willing to adapt.
willing to adapt because the stuff is going to keep changing.
Gonna keep changing, yeah.
So on that note of cautious optimism,
Cautious optimism, I like that.
I want to leave you with one final thought.
Okay, hit me with it.
As AI agents become more sophisticated, as they become more integrated into our lives, what's it going to mean to be
Yeah.
human?
To be human, that's the big question.
In a world where machines can do so much,
So much of what we thought was uniquely human.
it really is a question that's going to challenge us.
Yeah, in ways we probably can't even imagine yet.
Yeah.
But I'm optimistic.
Okay.
I think if we approach this with curiosity, with collaboration,
Yeah.
and with a commitment to our shared humanity,
Our shared humanity. I like that.
we can navigate this new frontier
There's crazy, wild new frontier.
and create a future where humans and AI
Yeah.
can thrive together.
I love that. Well said.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
on this deep dive into the world of AI agents.
AI agents.
It's a complex, rapidly evolving landscape,
Yeah.
but it's full of possibility.
And potential.
So, until next time,
Keep exploring
keep learning.
and keep asking those tough questions.
The future of AI.
Is in our hands.
It really is. Thanks, everyone, for listening.